That one. Ah.
There we
Hello.
go. We're live.
We're live.
Just like that.
Good evening, good morning, good night.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think you covered all of them. Oh,
sorry.
your sound's on. That's gone well. First live stream of the year, this.
Is it?
Yeah, 2025.
I thought we've already done one.
That's probably the year-end wrap-up. Probably in the year gooch. As you so like to phrase it.
Maybe the year gooch. Yes.
Yes.
Well, happy 2025, everyone.
Indeed.
It's still fucking January. Is it January still?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's still January.
It's the 31st of January.
It is a long January, that.
It's cold.
It's cold.
I don't think next live stream is going to be any warmer, unfortunately.
No, February's worse.
Oh,
but we have graduated to having heaters in the workshop, which is nice.
That was very kind of you
Well,
to allow us to turn on said heating.
Yeah, it's because I'm now a domesticated was the formal way you were going to put it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was a certain P word that you used to describe me instead. But because I now don't live in a van and I'm used to central heating at home, I've now got soft and I can't deal with the cold as well as I used to.
I predicted this would happen next winter.
Yeah, I'm ashamed.
I didn't realise how soft he could get.
I'm ashamed at how quick it's worn off. It really saddens me. I was hard as fuck last year. And now I get cold hands and it hurts. I don't like it. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. But I hope we've all had a good week and a good month and all that. Thanks for joining. It's a different format of the live stream this time round. That I've got no idea what's going on. I'm just along for the ride, to be honest. Yeah,
it's a bit of a classic situation where I've set something up and Matt's just, walked in last minute and hope for the best.
But I'll give you all the updates and the attention you lot deserve, and we will go from there.
Thank you very much. So in regards to how we're going to do this a little bit more differently, it's this is a live stream that's obviously going live to you guys on Patreon. Thank you very much for joining us. But very shortly after this has finished being live, it will be released on the second channel as well, just so that we can provide the wider audience a bit more of an update, given that the amount of videos that have been coming out has been a little bit minimal recently.
Yeah, that's very unlike us.
We're
normally posting videos like frequently.
Yeah, daily.
Yeah. Hourly.
Hourly. In fact, we live stream every day. Did you not know?
Yeah.
So not only that, but we're going to slightly adjust the format of this live stream as well, which basically means that, like the behind the scenes that you guys saw 2 weeks ago, where it was basically clips of what had gone on over the last couple of weeks, this is going to be a little bit more similar to that. So we're going to sort of talk about a few of the things that happened, and we've got some clips lined up from the last 2 weeks that we can see and sort of enjoy together, because there's been a fair bit of progress on screwdrivers.
Yeah.
There's been an update on the other tool.
You're not naming it?
No, not yet, because it's just a moment in the clips.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool.
You've been doing some work on the coffee table.
Yeah.
Some progress has happened to you there.
Yeah, true. Since the start of the month, actually. I did have a big breakthrough with it. Yeah, that's fair.
There you go.
Cool.
Things have happened there. And so, it's going to be just a little bit more of a montage in that sense. But of course, if you've got your questions, feel free to send them in, because of course, this is still live. It's not pre-recorded, this bit anyway. It should be good.
Nice. So the idea is behind the scenes once every 2 weeks. Well, yeah, cool. Behind the scenes produced video, and then 2 weeks later, what we're doing now. And then 2 weeks later, behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Cool.
It just alternates every 2 weeks, roughly.
Sweet. I like that.
Exactly. So I thought it's probably a good idea. And I tell you what's really annoying is I'd set up these videos and I'd tweak something. I like to tweak things at the last moment.
You really do, don't you?
And I've sort of... There's one that I don't know how to start it in the right place anymore. Because it was meant... Yeah, so... This is really fluid. This is really smooth. Thank you so much for joining us. But before I get to that, I thought I'd just talk about how bloody busy it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Matt had a chat just in the last few days where he said, you know what, we need to slow down. we both need a bit more of like a steady way of working.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for the last year and a half, ever since I joined. Mm-hmm. Where it's always been about growth. It's always been about expanding and developing and moving on and making new products and getting to videos and all this sort of stuff. And so we're in agreement.
Yeah. Slow down.
Slow down.
Chill.
Today that changed. We decided that we have a lot of plans involved. We're going to hire someone new and we're going to expand even faster than we've ever done before.
Yeah, we had the interview today. We very much liked him. Yeah. It was a momentary bit of relief where we're like, okay, we're on the right page. We're going to chill out. We're going to take things slow. We're just going to focus on our roots. And then we're just like, no.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we sort of recognised that in order to go back to our roots, and by roots we mean the old video content that people sort of subscribed to Matt for originally, like say the tutorials and stuff like that. Going back to the roots in this case means that we need to grow as a business to give Matt enough time or freedom to create this content himself, because otherwise we're just going to be perpetually chasing our tails, chasing products, chasing new releases, and never actually getting back to the content, which is why we started doing it in the first place.
Yeah, it is just a treadmill that we're on that we can't get off. I've said that a lot the past few weeks, and it really feels like that now. It's like, yeah. For
a moment, our finger was over the pause button.
It was, and they're like,
and then we slipped and pressed the speed up button. and maybe a slight incline as well.
It's just crazy. I mean, it's good. It's fun.
Yes.
It's nice, especially now. We had a massive clean-up of the workshop today. I'm sure
Spoilers.
you've got clips of that as well, yeah. We had a big clean-up of the workshop this week, actually. And like when you get to points like this where you're like, okay, it's fucking chaotic, but there is a nice in-between now. It feels good. But when you're in the midst
sorry about
of it,
swearing. There's going to be swearing in this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
In the midst of it, it's like, oh my God, I cannot do anything right now. It's just so chaotic.
No, that clean-up took... Well, it was 1.5 days, 3 people working on it non-stop to tidy the workshop. And arguably, there's still other areas that could be improved.
It was a simultaneous clean-up and... Upgrade as well.
Yeah.
So it looks good in here.
Oh, it's about time.
Yeah.
But yes, on to the first clip, which is based on a product that people have been long awaiting for, as have we. It's been a stress in our backsides until the material finally arrived. And I'm sorry if it looks like it glitches at the start. That's literally me rewinding it because I screwed up.
Better than the fucking pre. Come on, you're more excited than that.
How do I go? You're not going to believe this one. You're not.
Oh. Yes.
It's here.
This is Leadwood.
Leadwood! Leadwood! Woohoo!
Rob's going to be happier than the fucking pre-orders. Yes, Leadwood. And it is some good-looking stuff.
It is, yeah. We wondered that we'd be picking out from the selection.
Yeah.
But there was nothing to really pick out. It looked incredible.
Yeah, we bought 200 pieces, which will account for all the pre-orders and more. He bought along 250, so we could get rid of 50 pieces, and yes, we were selecting them as we were offloading them, and I mean it's just, it's lovely. It's just got like dead straight grain all the way along. Some like variation pieces, some of which have sort of nice stripy grain, some of which have a bit more of a sort of frilliness like that.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So we've got a lot of variation, but at the same time, nice and like no grain runoff and no sapwood, which sapwood looks cool, but in the case of mallets, there's no use to us. So it's very exciting.
It is very exciting. It's also terrifying because each one of these is like, well, we can make a fair few mallets out of this, but the time that has to go into each one. And obviously, we are going to get to these as absolutely soon as we possibly can to deal with the pre-orders.
Yeah.
But it's going to take us a little bit of time to work through alongside everything else we're doing.
Yeah, slow and steady progress.
Yes.
Because this will kill us.
Yeah. And don't forget, for those of you who have pre-ordered a mallet, we are going to be photographing and videoing every single mallet that we do, so you can select the exact mallet that you want from the collection. We'll be emailing you in groups, so look out for that. It's going to take some time, like I said, before we can get to this, but know now that we have everything we need to get these mallets to you.
Yeah, we've got plenty to cover all the pre-orders, plus excess to account for fuck-ups, and if any of the sort of selection that is left for you to choose from don't suit your needs, there will be more coming later on that you can pick from. So there's going to be so much to choose.
Yeah. And I'll just add that every group that we contact, you're in groups of 10, and we're showing you 15 mallets at a time. So even if you're the last person to select a mallet, you will have 6 mallets to choose from.
Yeah. And we will make sure there's variation in those 6.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're looking good. It's exciting.
It's exciting. It's a weight off our backs.
And a weight onto our table. If you ever needed an excuse to build yourself a workbench, this workbench has half a ton of leadwood on there. Yeah.
It is rock solid.
Shit underneath as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's a lot. Right, I think we've got some work to do. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do.
Lots of work to do. All of that is now on a shelf underneath the miter saw, which I can't remember if we said in there or not, is basically half a ton of material.
Yes, yeah, half a ton of material all in one place, and you've had to use a what is it? A
toe jack.
Toe jack to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's dense, but it's nice having it all in one place. It's nice having it.
Yes, yeah. That leadwood has been travelling or attempting to travel from Mozambique since July.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
We won't go into details. You already know the details, but it's just such a relief to have it in the workshop. But typically, at the time when we're blasting through other teams at the same time.
Yeah, and all of the machines are currently in use.
Yes.
We just need more machines.
Yes, exactly.
And people.
And people. Which is why growth.
Yeah. Inevitable.
Kind of don't have any choice.
Nope.
No. So yeah, on that front, on the mallets, for any of you who have pre-ordered, and of course those of you on Patreon, I can imagine you might already have a mallet, but for those of you who are watching this now on Mallets 2, if you've pre-ordered one and you're wondering where yours is, we're going to aim to begin dispatching towards the end of February, and what that basically is going to entail is everyone who's pre-ordered is put into a group. Each group is chronological based on the time that you ordered, and each group is made up of 10 people. We will email each group with a link to a web page that you'll specifically have the password to, and that web page will show off the mallets that you can select from. Each mallet that we make is going to be individually photographed, individually videoed in a full 360, so you can see exactly what you're getting. You select it. I think it's going to be kind of weird because it's going to be defined on the website maybe as like a digital download because you guys have already paid for postage way back then.
Yeah.
So you'll be buying a picture.
An NFT.
Buying a picture for nothing because you've already paid for it. We should provide a download to it as well.
That'd be good, yeah.
That's going to confuse so many people. And then we will ship it off to you guys based on your addresses, and of course we'll confirm all the addresses are accurate as well. So it's going to be a bit of a nightmare on the admin point of view, but it will mean that each and every one of you will get your exact choice of mallet. For every group of 10 of you that are in this batch, you will have 15 mallets to choose from. So even if you're the last person to choose, you will still have 6 varied mallets to take your pick from.
Oh, that's good math. I was going to say 5, but yeah, 6.
I only know it's 6 because you said it was 6 the other day, and that confused me.
Oh, damn. Should have stayed silent.
But I wonder whether you got it wrong at the time.
Yeah, probably.
And it was actually right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll aim to get at least 15 out there. But to be honest, it might be more. If we get into a flow and we end up creating loads of them, then hey, great.
Yes.
So
but
at least 15.
At least 15 towards the end of February, and then it's just going to keep on ramping up as we go through, as we get used to the processes, and eventually we can finally sell them properly on the website in the future too.
Yeah.
In small batches, but they will exist.
Yeah, that's it. And plain screwdrivers as well, because we've taken them off the website for the time being, just to catch up with pre-orders. So only once we've got through all of those pre-orders and the mallet pre-orders will mallets and plain screwdrivers be available on the website.
Yes. Oh my God, there's so many.
Yeah.
And we need to restock the marquee knives and project packs and...
Yeah.
Growth.
Videos. Yeah.
Buy material.
Yeah.
Get loans.
Convert a van.
Nah.
No.
Nah. You're thinking too big.
Yeah.
Yes. So, obviously, if you've got any questions, feel free to throw them in. Tom Kemp's got a completely off-topic one, but Matt, you're going to try and answer it anyway.
Yeah.
He says, Matt, if you were to make a high-end kitchen, what would you make the carcasses out of?
Probably just veneered plywood, I think.
Question then, why would you go for plywood instead of MDF?
Well, actually, sorry. Very good point. I was just thinking sheet goods, so I said plywood. I probably would go for MDF.
Yes!
Yeah. Moisture resistant MDF, so it doesn't swell and shit with all the steam and stuff in the kitchen. Veneered, just because you don't want MDF. Maybe you do. Maybe you like the look of that. Maybe he wants me to say OSB. I don't know. Yeah, probably just a veneered MDF, solid lipping on all of the edges, because then you're not dealing with expansion and stuff. You could make it all out of solid, but then it's just going to move and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, veneered MDF, solid wood lipping around all the edges, I reckon.
What veneer?
Depends on what you like. Probably
what do you like?
I like lighter wood kitchens. I'm not a fan of like walnut ones and stuff. I think it looks cool, but only in certain places.
Yeah.
Like, I think clean looking, because if it's walnut, it just looks dirty.
True. Okay.
It's sort of like, it's a bit like, whereas if it's like a light kitchen, to be honest, if I'm perfectly honest, I actually prefer painted kitchens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think wood kitchens look a bit dated.
Oh, yeah, there is that.
Like, I much just prefer light paint.
Oh, but if you had like really nice flat panels rather than anything with sort of any intricacies inlaid into it, it's just like flat, neat, modern panels. I think that could work if you've got like I don't know.
Out of solid wood.
Yeah.
Mate, yeah.
If it wasn't prone to warping or anything like that, just like.
Yeah, maybe. I still think I prefer paint. I was saying this the other day because I'm making another project at the moment, which is, so I'm doing 2 coffee tables at the moment, one of which is for my personal use and the other one is for this big video that we're doing. And like, I've had all this training as a furniture maker, and yet I much prefer the look of a coffee table that just has 3 hairpin legs screwed to the bottom of it for my own home, rather than something like all nice. It's a wasted degree on me. I want painted kitchens and I want hairpin legs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm for the hairpin legs.
No?
Personally. Well, to be fair, with what you're going for, I think that's going to be kind of cool, because you've got like,
Cookie.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Big cookie. And that I think that's going to look pretty awesome, because you've got the thickness of it, and it's like a bit of a contradiction.
You don't want to detract away from the top
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, if it was like a rectangle bit, then I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I think for that, it's just like you want the slab to be the statement piece, and then the legs are just sort of like a. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was thinking I kind of like the idea of like something rectangular and kind of industrial for a coffee table, but then I'm like, I don't have a house that would fit that.
No.
I like the look of it in my mind,
yeah,
but I don't have the property to suit that style.
Yeah, it's like the old TV unit in my old house as well, being made of those scaffold boards.
Yeah.
Like, again, could have got walnut and oak, all these lovely materials. No, scaffold boards.
And that worked really well.
It's brilliant. Still is, actually. I said the old house, so I've repurposed it for the new one. So, yeah.
What, as a TV stand still?
Yeah. Just slightly shorter, because the other one had to fit 2 65-inch TVs on it.
Living the bachelor life.
Yeah. Advantages of MDF over plywood, it's just more stable. When it's like, as doors and stuff like that, it's plywood, although it is cross-grain construction, it still can warp and stuff, and you can get uneven gaps around the edges and stuff. I'm saying this, not that I've ever done a kitchen before. I just know from people in the industry who've told us about this. There's a reason MDF is used in general over plywood. It's just more stable, and if you get a high quality one, it is high quality. It's not like your home base stuff that swells like a sponge. Sorry.
I used to work at home base.
Yes. It's
that doesn't exist anymore, does it? Or does it?
Yeah, I think it does.
No, I think it's just closed down.
Has it?
I think so, yeah.
I wonder if they're selling any MDF. Yeah. In general, MDF is what you'll see most people use. It's just, I guess it's probably more affordable as well. Because the only decent plywood worth getting is birch plywood, and obviously that comes mostly from Scandinavian countries that can't supply at the moment because of Russia, I think. Well, that was the problem before. I don't know if that still is.
Well, either way, the price is probably still going to be higher, because when does price ever come down?
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Kemp's going for an oak and thin walnut inlay for his.
An oak and thin...
I guess oak in general with a thin walnut inlay.
Yeah, cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Oak's very nice. Thin walnut. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Should be good. Oh, ebony.
Nice. Ebony. See, that's, actually an ebony kitchen.
Ash and ebony.
Yeah. Oh.
I can imagine some like really cool patterns. Like, not like really intrusive, but like quite, like a couple of bold like diagonal lines going through like a...
To be fair, I bet someone's done a Macassar ebony kitchen really well. Like, stripy.
Yeah.
Quite want to Google it.
No, hold off. I know what you like. The last time you Googled things, it was almost it was almost the end of a channel.
Oh, yes.
And
not Babinga. No, not Babinga.
Speaking of which, and we'll remind you of this later, but we are going to be releasing some special edition keepsake box Babinga project packs.
Well remembered.
Very soon as well. Towards the end of February.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, FYI, those will be coming and they look really cool.
They are very nice.
Very cool.
Very nice.
So we should probably get back on topic.
Yes.
We mentioned leadwood, we mentioned more tools, and so there's been, of course, progress with the plain screwdrivers. Matt's got an absolute ton of them behind him.
Oh, yeah.
If you care to shift to the side.
Yeah.
Spoilers for upcoming releases.
Yes, quite a lot of Massa birch.
Yes, yeah, we haven't released Massa birch on the website
snakewood, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot, because snakewood was limited, wasn't it?
Yeah, those ones are sold, technically. Right. But yeah, none of this at the back here is sold yet.
And they look bonkers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch that are glued up that aren't sold yet either.
Yeah, we're going to keep it to ourselves. I'm not even going to give you a close-up. You're just going to have to...
Look at that one. Just mental.
That's all they get, like 360p. Little window to view that.
It's good stuff, this. Good stuff.
So yes, plain screwdrivers. So we've got the vast majority of them now turned on the CNC.
Yep.
We've got the rest of the blanks ready to be turned to cover off all the rest of the orders. And what, you reckon maybe you've sanded half of them to their first set of shapes?
Yeah, I think so. To this stage, at least half of them have been done here. And glued up, actually. I just need to sand the final transition and put some finish on it, and that's it.
Yeah, and we've dispatched about 40 or 50 so far, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, there was a bunch the other week that we did. I didn't realise how many were in the box. I walked it to Royal Mail and then just kept unpacking them. This guy was had these just little square boxes like that. This guy was just like, fucking hell.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like I was going to bring this up. It's amazing with the plain screwdrivers in particular how many steps there are to the process. Because with the marking knives, we've already got the packaging pre-made. Like that's foam cut out by another company, so we've got the foam just in boxes, and you just slot things in different places. And of course, the marking knife itself is a nice little fairly complex tool to make if you're trying to get it to a certain standard. But the rest of it isn't too bad. Yep. And then with the plain screwdrivers, all of the packaging that the plain screwdrivers are housed in is all lasered in-house. Out of like a foam board, which is quite funky in the first place. That's all got to be put together. Then it's wrapped in then that foam board is cleaned off to try and prevent any burnt edges from marring anything. We then put a square of tissue paper in there to prevent any more burnt stuff coming through. By that point, it's just, an extra precaution, and it looks nice.
It looks nice.
And then you got, assuming you've got a completed screwdriver, that's got to go in there. Oh, the box has got to have a felt square put in the top of it. That's a whole adhesive thing on a piece of cardboard, Then a sleeve's got to be laser cut, glued to perfection and slotted over it. Then that's got to fit in the external box. That's got to have packaging around the edges. You've got the dispatch note, the thank you note, the stickers, and then wrapping it up in the labels, and labels barely fit. And by the end of it, you've got a box that's only that big, and yet you've spent 20 minutes of your life dealing with it.
With this little thing in the middle of it.
It's a good thing they're so nice once you've actually got a hold of them.
It's the whole unboxing experience. We like packaging.
We do.
I don't know if we've ever said this before, but we like packaging.
I'm sure we haven't.
We could just go back to the old school ways of just bubble wrapping this and sending it in a just big
Jiffy bag. Yeah.
Or we could do it properly. And it's definitely worth it. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but really does add up. And there's one thing that I forgot to add.
What's that?
It's the bit where you clean up the metal bit of the ferrule.
Oh yeah. yes.
That one's just a little bit painful, to say the least.
Yes. Good segue.
Thank you.
How you doing, Matt?
My thumb hurts.
Your thumb hurts. Oh no. This is it's really technical stuff you're doing here.
Yeah. Fuck. God. My thumb biceps. Wait, no, it wouldn't be the bicep. It would be my thumb deltoids are doing some very.
Can we like 3D print a little jig for you to hold so you don't have to?
It's very. It's very. I did think about that, but you need to get the pressure like quite well spread in order to stop it like rounding off corners. So you've got to have like one here, one there, and then pulling on it where it's doing the cutting, because the file mostly cuts in one direction. It's just a bit. Yeah, it's very difficult to do, but they look good.
To provide a bit of context, this is the hardware for the plain screwdrivers, and you're cleaning them up because of the machining marks when they get back from the company that produces them.
I'll show you a before and after. So that's what I've done. And on the... You're not going to focus that close, are you?
Oh, I have, thank you very much. Screw you. So the one on my right is machined, so this one over here, and then the one on the left is the one you've just done.
Yep.
That does look a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I thought you used to do this on the abrasive wheel though.
I was, but it just wasn't quite getting the right look.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, yeah, actually, I don't know. These ones, do you remember the first batch of these? They had like more prominent milling marks on them.
Yes.
This batch is better. It could potentially work still, but the issue that's going to have is it's going to pillow over the corners of this.
Right, okay.
So
does that not make it easier for it to slot into the various things that it's got to get into?
Well, I didn't make it that tight of a tolerance to fit into planes because I didn't want it to like bind on some. I didn't want variation in the planes themselves to be an issue with this. So yeah, it's never really an issue to locate it. That's what it is. At least I'm getting some gains out of it.
Some gains, and you've only got this many to go.
I'm just doing 12 at a time because that's if I mix up one little piss pot of epoxy. One of them's over there. Mix up one of those.
One of them.
Yeah, that spreads out perfectly into 12 things, and then that's pretty much how many clamps up there I've got ready to go. So 12 a day get glued up, and just
brilliant. To be fair, that's not bad.
So that's how I did the mallets, and it's how I've done knives and stuff in the past. You get quite a nice sort of flow of things going through the system then.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem when we're doing both, all three marking knives, plain screwdrivers and mallets.
Well, you know what I always say, that's a future us problem.
That is what you always say, and it's what we always have to contend with. That's a clip.
Yeah.
You made it.
Whoo. Good.
You went on a journey.
I did. So yeah, it's just it's a glorified flathead, basically. That's what we've had many a dispute with on people online.
It's funny, you read the comments and like people are trying to say, what is this like? Essentially, what is this overpriced rubbish? Planes already come with a tool or whatever that can help you do this.
Yeah, I'll show you that if you want.
Yeah, I reckon so. Go for it.
Right.
And I don't think that people realise that we agree.
Yeah.
It's not overpriced from our point of view in terms of the work that goes into it, but it's not something anyone ever needs.
No.
And it won't help your woodworking.
No, it won't actually.
No. It might make you feel like you're a better woodworker, but I'm afraid it probably won't actually do anything.
Yeah.
It's all a placebo. That's how we work, based on placebos.
Pretty much. It's actually slightly more inconvenient than what I'm about to show you as well. So basically, don't buy it.
No. Buy it, but treat it not as a plain screwdriver, but as a paperweight.
Yeah.
There you go. Imagine that on your corporate desk at work. You're going to have a few questions raised. And then you just send them to our website.
Yeah.
We'll provide an affiliate link. You get a little commission on the side for your paperweights. And look, we're all laughing.
Perfect.
It's the perfect scheme.
I'll show you how it works. Here we go.
Yes. All right, give me a moment. Please work. Oh,
look at that.
Hey, there we go.
This is a hand plane.
That is a hand plane.
Here we go. So, you lift this up. If you ever need to sharpen said hand plane, as we know, you have a screw on the back.
Ah, yes.
Now, as you can see, this one is fairly chewed up. Now, why is that chewed up? Because I have used a normal screwdriver on it multiple times.
No way, you can do that?
You can do that, look. it just, that's chewed it up even more. But you can...
Torn through it.
You can...
I think you might have just inadvertently advertised for plain screwdriver.
I think I might have actually. Damn it, I wasn't meant to do that. I was meant to show how it's rubbish. So yeah, you can use this sometimes, or you can get one that is so big that it fits this, but then by that point, literally the handle is like that long. It's huge. So...
We should get one of those actually for demonstrative purposes.
That would be good. The other thing you can do is use the lever cap. You can put that in there and then you can loosen it off. This does work. I try not to do it because I don't want to damage it on the end too much, although I just have by doing that, because this is bronze. You can see it all marred there. You can do that. There's no reason why you can't. It's just not quite as easy to grip. And yeah, it's if you slip and catch yourself with those corners, it does actually hurt.
Again, I think you've inadvertently advertised the plain screwdriver.
Honestly, I'm not meaning to do this. I'm just sort of, I'm recalling like when I used to do this, like why did I not like this? And it was because you'd slip out and you'd just go across there. And like this has been nicely beveled somewhat. I mean, feel it, it's actually quite sharp still.
Yeah. What? Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So you imagine a cheaper one like that. It's, that's not a Lee Nielsen. It does hurt. So that is where a plain screwdriver comes in.
I was sure that you're not going to have like the one that you've made. Like you just got the other one.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute because that's what I said earlier. But yeah, little plain screwdriver. So it's got that in the end and it just goes in there, you locate it and it unlocks. Whoop. You got your...
And just like that, you're better at woodworking.
Yep, you're better at woodworking. You can get there, you can do that, you can lock it all down. It's just all, and it's a slightly smaller one than the one that's commonly available. That is around here somewhere.
I've got it over here if you want.
Oh, go on then. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the one that I've been using for years. It works fine. It's crazy how much lighter that feels, even though it's bigger.
I'm trying to do this via looking at my phone. There's that one, okay. Oh my God.
Now,
this one's hollow.
Yeah, that is ironwood.
Oh, so, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, this one's good. You can get a lot of torque and stuff around it, but it is just slightly bigger and not quite as easy.
It doesn't look, it's too glossy. Nice. The finish isn't there, and it's not a nice paperweight.
Stop selling our tool.
I'm sorry. So
yeah,
buy this one.
Yeah, that's way cheaper, way more affordable, and it does the job.
But it does look like that.
Yeah, rather than that. Look.
I mean, we are comparing something that is... How many years old is this that I'm holding?
Good question. Probably 7, 8, maybe 9.
And knowing you don't really take care of things all that well.
No, but I mean, look in there. Look how scabby that looks. That isn't stainless steel in there, I don't think.
Oh, really?
This is. That's stainless steel. This is one that I haven't cleaned up because it was an early prototype. It looks better than that normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can do that. That's one thing. Just do that and then, loosen it all off. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. But the other thing you can do is tighten a honing guide screw because they also come with...
Would you look at that?
A lot of people say you don't need to do this on honing guides because you just usually need to be hand tight. It's got a fucking flathead in there for a reason. If you haven't got the grip, you just need a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's way easier than... To be fair, actually, this is quite handy.
He says making mistakes
fumbling
again.
It.
Yeah.
I accidentally keep selling the tool. It's just nice little things. Maybe there's other jobs for it as well. I don't know. These are the only 2 things I know of in woodworking. But
we should make an advert of us going around and finding things we can screw with the plain screwdriver.
It's just handy. You don't need it, but you just, for the sake of hand tightening that, getting that in there, locking it down, getting a good grip on it, you're done.
You're done.
Yes.
Just like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do it like that?
Yeah. So that's how a plain screwdriver works. That's what it does. That's why you don't need it. Although inadvertently, we've just showed why you do need it.
Yeah, we have kind of solved that.
Yeah.
And ironically, and for all of you haters who are going, they've just done an advertisement for their plain screwdriver. At the time of recording, they're not available on the website. So if you were tempted to buy one, you still can't get it.
Yeah, sucks for you.
Yeah, sucks for us as well. So there we are.
True. Yeah, there we go.
Yes. So on that front, Tom said, would a belt/sander be useful? for like a metalwork one, presumably for the grinding bit that you were doing.
Maybe you just got to get up against the slot thing or whatever.
The flathead's a bit of the issue, isn't it? That lump that comes out in the middle.
I did have a satin mop going against it, and to be fair, with the new batch where they clearly use sharper cutters for it, that would be okay.
I wonder if the Dremel
might work.
Because you could be a lot more actually, no, you couldn't be a lot more specific. You can be more specific, but like I want an abrasive wheel to actually have proper edges.
Yeah.
I've got a flappy wheel actually for the Dremel.
To be fair, I think even after filing, it could do with further cleanup just to make it a bit more consistent looking. Yeah. So maybe we could look at doing that as well.
Yeah, just to add an extra step.
Well, yeah, no, why not?
Why not?
Got to justify the extortionate price somehow, haven't we?
Yes. Yeah, that's all this live stream is really.
Yeah, they do look. It does look way better.
It does look way better.
I feel like I haven't properly looked at them side by side before.
No, I definitely haven't.
And like, actually, that is. Stop selling it.
We'll try. Right, no more selling.
No.
And Neil says, to be fair, Lee Nelson also sells much shorter plain screwdrivers, although yours is nicer.
They do, yeah. Theirs is more like an actual screwdriver.
Is it?
But with that, because it doesn't have the edges on it, it can slip out and stuff. But yeah.
Sold again.
Damn it. Yeah.
It was just like watching Ricky Gervais not advertising his Dutch barn vodka. I need to watch that, whatever it is. I love Ricky Gervais.
I think I've seen that, yeah.
He's so good. He's so good. So yeah, that's basically the tool front so far. The mallets will come after we've sorted out the pre-orders of the plain screwdrivers.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we're going to get to a point very soon in the next month or so where we have plain screwdrivers stocked on the website in the same way that we have marking knives. In fact, it will be in the same way that we're going to do the mallets, whereby you're going to get individual photos of each one and individual videos. We're not doing individual videos for the marking knives because they're quite a challenge. Well, we might do.
Might do. It depends if we get the systems down.
Yeah, it's all based on systems. But yeah, at the end of the day, we want to create the situation whereby if you see something on the website that you like and you buy it, that's the exact one that you're buying. Literally that one. Mm-hmm. Because we like to torture ourselves.
Yeah. And some of these do look better than others.
I would say some of them have different characteristics than others.
That's shit.
We don't show that one. I'll let the people see because I feel like I've let them off. There we go.
Behold the varying nature of Massa Birch. Sometimes you buy this. Oh shit. Sometimes I caught it. You buy this. It is beautiful.
It will look even more beautiful when it's finished up. It's only the.
Look at all that massa there. Oh.
Yeah, but it's like a couple of flames.
Like that. Is it a paisley pattern? Is that what they call it?
I don't know. Either way, it's either way that's going to have a discount.
Yeah. Massa Birch. You never know what you're buying until you slice it up.
Yeah.
But it's just wood in general, to be fair.
True.
It's like with snakewood. You never know, like when you slice it up, if it's going to be beautiful or if it's going to have fucking splits in it.
Oh, B-stock.
Yeah.
If it is...
This one is a particularly bad one because it goes all the way down. It won't be a structural issue because all the epoxy that goes in there will hold that together. But yeah, it's just part and parcel with snakewood, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning that anything that does have any splits or any defects, we will. It's either going to be so minimal that it's not even worth mentioning. But if it is something that's kind of like a highlight, we will put that in the description. Or it will be like discounted because of that, and it will just be in the title of the product.
Yeah.
Because we're not in the game of just deceiving people. Although you can buy a flathead screwdriver that's going to do the same job as this for 1% of the price.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe not 1%, but
or just use the cap, the lever cap.
Yeah, that's infinity less percent of the price.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
And a good question from Anil, what happened with the small mallets? Are you planning on making more? We are not necessarily, but we were talking earlier today about making a variation of the marking knife that allows you to put normal scalpel blades in it rather than the Swan Morton ones that we use here. So it's basically the same blades that surgeons and stuff use and probably like more paper craft people or something. Maybe we could do that and alongside that revisit the small mallets because they were quite cool and people did like them.
Yeah. I like the idea of it being in like a travelling toolbox. Like you just have everything at a slightly reduced size, but it still functions well.
Yeah, I mean, no reason why not. We could look at doing that.
No, and essentially at the time when we decided not to do any more of the smaller version of the Mallets. It was when it was still just the two of us. And as we're expanding now, and we've got more availability to have machines running while we're doing other things, it's actually a lot more feasible.
Yeah.
Because there's the unfortunate phrase of opportunity cost that pops up everywhere. It's like, if you decide to do one thing, what are you neglecting in the other place?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the small Mallets had to go at the time.
Yeah.
But they are nice in the sense that at least you can use a smaller block of leadwood for it as well.
Yeah, exactly, which are a bit more easier to find than the 3-inch ones we got.
Or if you had an issue with a large bit of leadwood, you can potentially still get a small head out of it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We turned them down sometimes, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah.
That was good.
Logic Weaver says, when will Massive Birch and Snakewood be available for purchase? They weren't available when I submitted my order. The Massive Birch definitely wasn't available, and the Snakewood was literally there for a split second before they vanished, right? Yeah. But they will be probably out towards the end of February, maybe?
Well, no, because we want to get through all mallet orders first before making them live. It's much later in the year. That's all we can really say. We have no idea.
I hope not much later, but I agree, it's going to be yes.
We got no idea until how long the mallet's going to take, and only then will these be live.
Oh,
it's going to be a big restock though, and patrons will get pre-access to that. So
yes, that's actually a key thing. I don't know if I mentioned that with the Babinga keepsake boxes either, but you guys will get first dibs. If they're all sold out before the public see them, well, that's their fault for not being a supporter. Exactly. So yes, right. That's enough tools and bored of them. Coffee table progress.
Oh yeah, actual woodwork.
I know, right? So you've been doing some stuff on it. You've done the top and the bottom. Well, you've made progress on the top.
Yeah, done is an overstatement.
Yes.
I've done some lovely veneering. I've done some lipping. I've done some routing. There's all sorts in here.
And I think we've got a lovely clip of you attempting some lipping.
Ah, yes, my lovely lipping.
Shall we?
I love that stuff.
Shall we watch it? I'm sure it won't put you in a bad light whatsoever.
He's doing woodwork!
Fuck you.
I'm doing it behind the scenes.
Oh no. I like this hoodie.
Is this your nice hoodie?
No, I mean it was meant to be, but then I started getting... Oh shit.
So what were you just saying about your nice jeans?
As well as I doubled up my hoodies today and I've got glue on both of them now. Because it's too fucking cold.
Oh, that couldn't have happened at a better time.
Trying to pick it up, avoiding the glue, ends up covering himself in glue.
So,
dick.
This is what, you call this what, lipping for the top of a table?
This is solid wood lipping.
It's actually solid, is it?
Yeah.
No cheating veneer this time round.
So this is, lipping is for both visual purposes, but it also protects the corner of veneer from getting caught and peeling up like you would, find on your cheap, shitty furniture. So yeah, it's good to have there, protects the edges against dings, and looks quite nice as well. There's going to be a black inlay line going around it as well, just to hide any sort of, not that there are any, but gaps and stuff in the joints and things like that.
Was this an afterthought?
No, this was actually a primary thought. It's what I did on the shaker table.
Oh, okay.
It's just a nice little contrasty thing that goes in there. Very thin.
So what do? Do you just get a little chisel?
No, a router.
A router?
Tiny, somewhere
of
in
course.
there, there's a tiny little one that leads a route a bit.
There'll be a Freud router somewhere in here.
Oh, hopefully it's a Freud one.
It better be a Freud one.
I think it's a trend one. Shit. It might be Freud.
Might be Freud, but most of it's Freud. The vast majority is Freud.
Have we got any red spray paint anywhere?
Yeah, I'm sure we could do it. I'll colour correct it. It's fine.
All that.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll be all good. You really are struggling.
I am.
Why haven't you turned the heater on?
I don't need it today, actually.
Well, I think you do. You're losing the feeling in your fingers. I'm literally shaking as I'm doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
No, yesterday was way worse than today when I got in. It's so bad. I fucking love these foam brushes. Got them in bulk from Amazon, and they are lifesavers at the moment.
Affiliate link in the description.
Affiliate link in the description. Yep. Honestly, just little thing. I feel like I need to do a video on little things in the workshop that are really fucking useful. Foam brushes being one, and those little piss cups I've got in there that I mix epoxy in.
Yeah.
Things like that. They're just so fucking... Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry for you, on you.
That's all right.
They're so useful.
No, it really makes a difference just being able to just grab these tiny little tools or bits of kit and immediately have results.
That's it. Means of spreading it and all that shit. They cost like 50p each, which for the sake of having a smooth glue up, relatively, is very helpful.
Right, I'm going to come back when this is all clamped because I'm literally freezing. I need a coat. Would you look at that?
I think actually all of the gaps closed up.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just needed some like readjustments from the clamps. Because like if one of these is slightly too across that way, it stops the mitre from closing up, and like it's just all these knock-on effects from having like a 0.5 millimetre misalignment. But everything I think has slipped into place now.
Brilliant.
Plus glue expansion, sort of helping things close up. But yeah, it's looking pretty bloody good. I mean, under that there's nothing.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, very happy with that.
It's like you can still do woodwork.
Well, yeah.
We won't go too far.
No, but this is going to be eventually, like the corners in this aren't going to stay square. These will eventually be curved as well. So all of this lipping will, like, there's not going to be a straight line on this whatsoever, other than the mitres.
Other than the mitres.
So yeah, it's another sort of cool thing about this, I think.
Yeah.
Look quite good, I reckon.
It's going to be brilliant.
I haven't seen it from the side yet. Back here.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
I don't know, there's something about clamps I really just like enjoy seeing lots of them used. It feels very mechanical.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just this swirliness on the grain here. I should have been a bit more selective about that. It's a bit of it's not bad. Oh, there's sapwood there as well. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh dear.
At least
it's awful.
Oh wait, no, I remember that one because I wanted to keep the curve on the wood.
Oh, I see.
It's the same on this.
Yeah,
That's
until it gets to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't have thought of it as a negative thing unless you had just described it as if it might be perceived as a negative thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah, I think I've only got, there's a bit of veneer chippage here, but that will be taken up with the inlay. But everything else looks good. There was a gap around here somewhere, but that's gone. Yeah.
Dead proud of yourself, aren't you?
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're dead proud of me then.
No. Not a
being
chance.
approved by my father. Daddy.
Hey, it's not done yet, son.
What were you going to say?
I can't remember. I'm disgusted. Either way.
Still disgusted.
Oh, sorry, that was a bad yawn.
It was poor timing.
Oh, fucking hell, that was a short minute.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. That last little bit. Progress, though, for something that has been in the works for God knows how long.
I can tell you how long. 1 year.
1 year, half of which wasn't our fault.
No, that wasn't our fault.
Slightly over half, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, and the other rest of it, timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really difficult when you agree to a project. The project gets naturally delayed because of some external factors, whatever, and now that project rests in the same space as other time that already had time dedicated to it.
Yeah, yeah. By the time we could have started, we were in the midst of chaos.
Yes, yeah, and it's only literally in the last couple of days when we've tidied the workshop that actually the chaos has slowed down. Yeah,
that's it. I did try starting it last week, and I was like, I can't focus. There was just stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Look, even this morning, because Matt came in slightly later, I was in here early, and I knew I had certain things to do, and as I walked, I found something else and got distracted by it, and did that first, and then next thing, and then the next thing. I'm like, I'm literally that meme that you see. Dad's fixing that house or whatever. Yeah. I'm literally doing that right now, but each thing has to be done.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit.
Yeah.
Stuff by Neil Smith said he used to use them, the foam brushes, but now he uses silicone pastry brushes with the ends trimmed down. Once the glue is dried, you can peel it off and use them again.
That's cool.
That's pretty good.
I used to have one of those silicone brushes. It was satisfying. I think I just ended up pulling it off so much that I just pulled the silicone off.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't pull the stuff off it as well, just left it piling up over time.
I mean, it's more to peel off later, isn't it?
True.
Yeah.
True, yeah. Just giving yourself a little reward.
Oh, yeah.
For your next gluing.
Fuck yeah.
So, we're actually getting pretty close to wrapping up because, of course, we've covered the tools, we've covered the coffee table now, which is nice. That's basically what the last couple of weeks has been. And we did just mention the workshop tidy up. And while I didn't really think it was going to be too entertaining to have time lapses of people tidying the whole time, although possibly satisfying, I also couldn't be bothered at the time of tidying and cleaning.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you did time lapses there.
No.
Cool, okay.
No. I got before and after things and I put it together like it's a home renovation montage.
Perfect. That'll do
Yes.
me.
Get out of my shot.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
All that work for that content. It's not even content.
what do you mean it's not even good? That was amazing. We all enjoyed that.
I couldn't even tell what the before and after photo on some of them.
You better be joking on that front.
The laser cutting room was pretty
Yeah, to be
similar.
fair, that was a little
That
bit
was weak.
weaker.
Yeah.
But
Didn't even get the mez on there.
I had the foot. Well, yeah, fine. I tell you what. I'm going to get it on there right now, okay? So how are we going to... I don't know how we're going to do this.
This is the year of the mez.
I know it's the year of the
You
mess.
didn't get the mez.
Right, look, people, you hold on, and I might actually have it. Leadwood, plain, coffee. No, it's not that one. Choose file. I'll get it.
This is like
Yeah, no, shut
a
up.
big deal.
The year of the Mez. It's one of these. So I'm just looking in folders right now. That's not how you sort things. I meant to do this one because I need to see the visuals. And
I want a before and I want an after.
There wasn't a before. I don't have a before. Okay. Which one is it? Because I sort of started at an odd angle. There's that. There's that. Okay.
You got cutting mats there.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Cutting mats. Shut up. There we go. Here you are. The mezzanine.
I'd like to see it before. Wow.
Yeah, how good is that? I bet you're really pleased that was added in.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's just...
It's a shame they can't see what it was like before.
and look, that's where we got the offcut. See, this is why the clip didn't end up in there.
Oh, because you wanted to segue into...
Well, no, it's not because I didn't want to segue into anything. How do I get back? I don't even know. That one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was purely because I didn't have a before, it felt weird just having an after. Because then you would just see the after and think, what did they do to it? Oh, they didn't.
Yeah. I don't think there was... The camera never got taken up there, did it? Because it was just storage.
Pretty much. There occasionally for laser cutting stuff. Maybe in the mallet behind the scenes.
Prototyping,
I
yeah,
might
because
have
we
had it
had
up
the
there a couple of times.
laser pecker it, didn't we?
Yeah, so there might be a few moments where you catch it. And it might be... What about the original workshop tour that you did? Was
Oh, yeah, that was up there, but
yeah.
it was empty.
Oh.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Arguably tidier than it is now.
Arguably, still a before and after. Because that was before what we did versus what there is now.
All right, nice escape.
Thank you very much.
Nice escape.
Thank you very much. So, yes, look, see, Adam says perfection. He's on board. The pile of rubbish afterwards was ridiculous.
It was disgraceful.
You did 2 trips to the tip and a fully filled, proper, big dumpster bin.
Yeah, and a trip in the van as well, full of all my stuff that was up there.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
Yes.
A lot of stuff.
3 people, 1.5 days,
Yep.
non-stop working to just tidy up this place and get it back to a... Well, I think it's the first time it's ever been this organised in general?
I would say so. We've had it tidy before, but like organised is. I mean, I'm still looking around, and it's not. Okay.
It's not perfect.
Just blinders on. Keep looking straight.
Don't look straight. There's van stuff there.
That's true.
Shut your eyes.
Stare at the lights instead.
Yes. Yeah. Moth.
Oh yes. I love that.
But hopefully that genuinely means that we can get quicker at releasing stuff because we're not trying to find things all the time. The irony being the two things that you managed to lose we didn't find. It was your spanner for the router table.
Oh yeah.
Never found that. And the cap for the 5 litre tub of acetone that you got there.
Yeah.
Is that 5?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So it's just acetone just leaking into the air potentially.
Yeah, that's fine.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Have you spotted it?
Don't know.
No.
Maybe. No, it can't have got under there.
What, that thing on the right?
Yeah.
Go on. You know.
I never looked under the van shelves there either.
No, I didn't look there. I looked under every other shelf.
No, it's a toilet roll tube.
I couldn't have predicted that one. He was not lying. That is a tube of toilet roll. Thank you. And that's how it ended up there in the first place.
No, it's not.
Despicable.
It's because I couldn't get to the toilet in time.
Shut up. It's just going downhill. I've got to keep it. Got to reel it
What
back
happens
in.
when it's past the hour mark?
It's not quite yet.
Oh, because I had the countdown.
Yes.
I see.
Exactly. Basically, the whole reason, aside from the fact that we were drowning underneath the rubbish, was the fact that we've now released the offcuts on the website. And if you haven't seen that already, it's worth a gander. If I can do this smoothly, I'm not sure how I can. There we go, that'll do. So we've got this lovely offcut section up here in the menu. And basically, it means that we can now remove stuff from the workshop in an environmentally friendlier way.
Yeah.
Than burning it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels wrong burning snakewood sometimes.
Yes.
And ebony, and kingwood, and cocobolo, and all these other things.
Yes. So you've got all the filters on the left-hand side here. You can see more, and that's basically all the materials we've currently got. We've got a huge amount that we haven't added to the website just yet because we've just been organising our lives. I've got a bloody window in the way. So if you wanted a bit of massive birch, there you go.
You just tried to turn on my bed light. Alexa!
Sorry about this. Okay, I think we're okay.
Cool.
We continue. But basically, yeah, we were not happy with the amount of rubbish that we were generating that wasn't good. It's not rubbish, but to what we were doing, we weren't making any use of it.
Yep.
You were either hoarding it or it was just going to waste. So we've created a system for the offcuts whereby we can get them on the website pretty quick. We can get them packaged and sent out to you guys pretty quick as well. And it just means at the end of the day, there is less just wastage of wood, because that's just a bad thing, and we wanted to improve on that.
Yep. And yeah, what's waste to us might be gold to someone else. So, you know, there's all sorts of things in here where we've got no idea what you do with them. But someone might, I always come back to jewellery makers with a lot of the small bits. It's like you just need bits of earrings and stuff and a tiny bit of ebony rather than a whole bloody spindle like we buy. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Those pucks I'm still not sure on. Like,
I reckon you could make a good tea light out of that.
Yeah, it's going to expand in the wrong direction though.
I don't care.
It could work. Well, with olive wood, to be fair, it's stable. I mean, that could actually work. Now
that might make it shrink. Actually, you put a candle light in it, and the moisture is going to wick up.
Yeah, the one thing that dries olive wood properly.
Yeah.
No, there's, I don't know. There's all sorts of creative things. I mean, at some point, it would be okay. First, we're going to standardise some of these blanks over time. Anyway, we're going to. You know, pen blanks are an obvious one, knife scales as well. I cut up some chopstick blanks the other day. Yeah. Because there was just these really thin bits. I'm like, actually, chopsticks out of snakewood. Why wouldn't you do that?
We got a load of thin panels, like 5 mil thick.
Oh yeah, the thin sections, they would be good.
Thins.
So, you know, if those like end grain sections you got there don't sell, then eventually we'll just stop listing them and save space on the website.
Yeah, the idea overall, if I can try and get back to us, there we are, is, you know, if something hasn't sold within a month, it gets 10% knocked off it. The next month, 20%, the next month, 30%, until just stuff goes. Because realistically, if people can find a use for it, that's better than waste every single time.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, we're going to standardize stuff. Things are going to improve. We're going to have better categories. And hopefully, we're also going to learn a bit more about what people use the offcuts for, because there's been plenty that have sold in the last week or so that I'm blown away why it sold.
Yeah, it's like, what are you using this for?
Yeah. Not in the sense that it's like, it's a bad piece of wood. It looks nice in the moment, but I'm like, my brain literally can't figure out how I would make use of it.
No.
You've got tiny strips that are like 1 millimeter wide or a couple of millimeters wide, and you've got a bundle of those. Like, you mentioned jewelry makers. I can't even visualize how that works.
Yeah, neither can I, to
guess
be honest.
what, you're making a little mosaic, maybe.
Well, I was thinking like earrings and stuff. They'd be thin sections, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Snakewood earrings would be pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And things like that. It's like those corners we slice off blocks. There's like the ways you could shape that into...
Right, I'm chopping down your chopsticks. I reckon we can get a lot more earrings than we can chopsticks.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's just... I was cutting up a kingwood log the other day into screwdriver blanks, because that'll be another material that comes soon.
Yes.
And just anything that couldn't become a screwdriver blank became a future tool blank, which we won't say about yet. And then anything that couldn't become that became a pen blank, anything that couldn't become that became a chopstick blank, and anything that couldn't become that went to warm down over the weekend.
Just give him a little bit of heat.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Which I think by that point, that's fair. That's probably the best use of it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a reverse auction. Yeah, exactly. Instead of the value of everything going up, it just goes down over time.
That's a good point. Resin projects as well, actually. That's a very good point, because you can literally just throw any old shit in it and then sand it flush, and then you're done. Good point.
I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, we could almost do that ourselves for some of it.
Well, it would be cool. Again, another future video idea that we won't be able to get to until 3 years' time. But it's like, in the same way we want to do that one of using my material back there to make a batch of keepsake boxes. It's like you could do one where it's like using all of those offcuts to make various things, and then inspiration for doing chopsticks, for example. I made some for my girlfriend for Christmas, and they look lovely.
They were quite sexy.
They were very nice. So imagine that out of kingwood or snakewood or something. It's like a simple project. You don't need much. We could also design a chopstick making jig and sell that on the website, because I've got ideas as to how you could do that.
Good.
Can
we do some really nice packaging?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I don't want that outsourced.
No.
Stuff by Neil Smith said, just don't mention Royal effing Mail. Yeah, Neil's had some issues with the offcuts getting to him, as has Anil.
Well,
yeah. So I don't know how much you can blame Royal Mail. I would like to blame Royal Mail for everything, but there could also be some teething issues with working out the weight measurements for stuff. Normally, Royal Mail, especially in the UK, doesn't really care about how specific you are about the weights. But for some reason, with the offcuts, and I think for Neil it was a plain screwdriver as well, there was just some discrepancies on the weight that was enough to wind them up to make them spend money.
Some absolute melt decided to be like, I'm going to weigh this parcel and see if it's over. Yeah. It's just like, come on, what else can you do with your life?
Yeah.
Weigh my parcels. Just let it go.
Exactly. It's like, what? Okay, I might understand it if instead of a 20 kilo item, it was a 25 kilo item that's going on a plane, and that plane needs to be balanced in a certain way. I don't know.
Fuck that.
No.
It's a plane. You get fat people on planes all the time. It's like.
Well, okay. Fair enough. Maybe on the big commercial ones.
Yeah.
They do. I don't know what they do in the hold in regards to balancing out. As you get the planes smaller, they take people's weight going on so that they can balance out the load.
That makes sense, but they're not flying stuff like that with FedEx to the US. If it was
know it's not a little prop plane just really puttering along. Sometimes it takes a long time to get there.
I would give them freedom on. Oh, sorry, no. I'd let them give me a hard time on something that was 25 kilos that I listed as 10, because then you've got to consider lifting technique and stuff.
Okay. It's a 2-person lift versus a 1-person lift. 20
to 25. It's like, come on, you're going to struggle anyway. Well, you're not if you're me. But
no, you won't struggle until the day afterwards. Oh my god!
I threw my neck out.
Oh, my shoulder.
Still did it though. Still did it. And I didn't charge anyone extra.
I can't do training because I hurt.
Yeah. Leave it alone.
The sound of success.
No. No.
But
I'm loving fondling these.
I bet you are. That's a clip. People get that. Save that. That's yours. Do with it as you will. We will retract all our copyright privileges to that particular moment.
All right. Yeah. Great.
Stuff by Neil Smith says, the black walnut I bought, I'm going to make into a small cabinet for a couple of hip flasks. To be fair, the black walnut that you got was actually really nice stuff. Like, it was like stuff that already looked like it had a purpose.
I'm trying to think what that was an offcut from. Black walnut. Oh, it would have been the shaker table.
Would it?
Yeah, you would have got some of that. And you might... you have technically got some of the walnut from the end cap on this workbench. You can't see it at the moment.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's from that, because I sliced a lot of this up to become legs for the coffee table that I'm making, and there was offcuts from that. So you have got a bit of Bertha, technically.
That's pretty cool.
That is quite cool, actually.
Yeah. Problem is that over time it's potentially, well, no, it might not get weaker because, like, obviously we're not going to make offcuts for the sake of offcuts' sake, but it would be kind of interesting to, like, list some based on the project that it came from. Like, that's just one of the tags that gets applied to it.
Well, we said about this with the river table when we sliced it up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
River table offcuts.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't actually have any other purpose than just...
No, it's just a bit of like...
Everyone can make a river table themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much... Tom says, just FYI, check out the cost sheet for acetone. I believe it's rather bad for your liver long term if you regularly come into contact with it.
Yeah, so is alcohol, and that's fun.
I'm not going to agree with that. That's your personal opinion. What he says is not the voice of the company. Let's make this aware. On a public forum.
I don't have a problem. I'm fine. Well, I do, but not that problem.
There's a reason why the lid's ambiguously missing.
Yeah.
Stuff by Neil Smith said, so my cabinet will be Bertha's offspring. That is cool. Birthed by Bertha.
Oof.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, my brain really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I think me and you just came to the same image there. Of something.
It's a monstrosity of...
Yeah, it's just a quick flash of... Oh.
Large.
Yeah. It's slightly arousing. I'm kidding.
Oh, no. Well, on that note, we should probably end the live stream.
We should.
Yes, we should. Thank you, everyone who's joined us on Patreon, of course. For those of you who are watching on Mallets 2, if you want to catch this live, get on Patreon.
Become Patron.
It'll be roughly the last Friday of every month. Can't guarantee that every single time, but it will be towards the end of the month. Yep. You can also pay for a year up front now, which is a thing, apparently. That gets you like a discount, I think. Yeah, I think you get a discount on doing that. So you can do that. Access to all the behind the scenes stuff we do this year, early product releases. Yep. Eventually we'll update all the plaques in there to have your names on. Yeah, that's on the to-do list. Yep. Hence the need for growth. Yes. And various other things that we've already listed on there that can't remember. Yes. There's a lot going on it, and regardless, at the end of the day, for all of you who are already supporting us, for all of you who are thinking about supporting us, it genuinely massively helps. Yeah. It's one of a few sources of stable-ish income that we can rely on between our bouts at trying to release tools and not having materials for them. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So. Right. Well, cool. Have a good one, everyone, and we will see you next time. We'll see it. Yeah. You all right? Well, I just realised you're going to be on holiday. It's not going to be behind the scenes. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the next behind the scenes... Well, that bodes well, doesn't it? It's going to be edited by me. Well, the problem is, what you've also forgotten is you're in Athens at the same time. Oh, shit, I am. Damn! Bugger! Look, if you want to do a little video before you go to Athens and just put it on Patreon, to do a little, I tell you what, you can do the mezzanine in detail if you so wish. I will your do little chicken neck grating. Yeah, and your lovely little greenery. Oh, that's true. That'll look nice. I'll do a walk around. Remind me. I'll do a walk around, please. While I'm on holiday on the beach, I'm going to take a picture of myself. So this is a reminder. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll do a cheeky little behind the scenes of everything that is in progress.
Yes, but we will both be here for the next live stream at the end of February.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Right, on that note.
Have a good weekend.
Indeed. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.